Have you ever imagined filling up your grocery cart, getting all the way to the register, and suddenly realizing your entire food budget has just vanished? Well, welcome to this explainer. Today, we're diving into something that is literally a lifesaver for thousands of people, the Maine SNAP renewal process. We're going to completely demystify this system so you can keep your food security locked in without any of that awful bureaucratic stress. Now, what's really interesting about this slide is this staggering number right here. 166,300. That's how many Mainers currently rely on the Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program, or SNAP, to keep food on the table every single month. But what if missing just one easily overlooked deadline cost your family their entire grocery budget? It happens way more often than you'd think, mostly just because the renewal paperwork feels kind of overwhelming. And that is exactly why we're here today. Securing food for Maine families in need isn't just a one-and-done application. It's about successfully keeping those benefits active. Understanding this renewal process is absolutely crucial to preventing a sudden, unexpected food shortage in your home. By the end of this explainer, you are going to be an absolute pro at navigating the Maine DHS system. Okay, let's dive right into this. We're going to cover 1. Understanding Maine SNAP benefits. 2. Preparing your renewal documents. 3. Step-by-step online renewal. 4. Troubleshooting and common FAQs. And 5. Help resources and conclusion. So, let's kick things off with Section 1, Understanding Maine's SNAP benefits. If you're navigating government bureaucracy for the very first time, or, maybe you just need a quick refresher before you renew, this is the foundation you need. So what is it? SNAP, which is officially called the Food Supplement Program in Maine, is a nutrition assistance program managed by Maine DHS. If you're approved, you get a monthly grocery budget loaded right onto an electronic Pine Tree EBT card. It's super simple. You can think of this Pine Tree card exactly like a standard prepaid debit card that you just swipe at the checkout lane. Now, Maine's eligibility rules are actually pretty unique. They use something called broad-based categorical eligibility, which honestly is just a fancy way of saying they've expanded the rules to help way more people. The gross monthly income limit is raised to 200% of the federal poverty level. To put that into perspective, a family of 4 can make up to $5,359 in gross monthly income and still potentially qualify for a max allotment of $994 a month. Because of this expanded rule, so many working families are completely surprised to find out they actually qualify. And when you take that card to the store, you definitely want to maximize your budget. You can buy fruits, vegetables, meat, dairy, bread, the whole shebang. But here's a pretty cool, surprising fact. You can literally use your Pine Tree card to buy seeds and plants to grow your own food at home. How cool is that? Now, what you absolutely cannot buy are hot prepared foods from the deli, alcohol, vitamins, pet food, or medicine. All right, moving right along to Section 2, Preparing your renewal documents. I literally cannot stress this enough. Getting your paperwork organized before you even log into the state's website is the ultimate secret to saving time and avoiding those super frustrating delays. So mentally check off these 4 things. First, proof of identity and residency, like a Maine driver's license or state ID. Second, proof of earned wages, so usually your last 4 weeks of pay stubs. Third, if you have unearned income, like SSI, unemployment, or child support, grab those award letters. And finally, you'll need proof of your housing and utility costs, so at least a mortgage statement or a recent heating bill will do the trick. And this brilliantly illustrates a great tip for specific households. If you or someone in your home is 60 or older or has a documented disability, you can actually deduct out-of-pocket medical costs that exceed $35 a month. You can also deduct dependent care expenses if you pay for child or adult care so you can go to work. Claiming these exact expenses and uploading your receipts can actually increase your net monthly benefit amount. Huge game changer. Let's jump into Section 3, the step-by-step online renewal. Listen, if digital government portals usually intimidate you, don't worry at all. We are going to walk through this together so it feels totally easy and structured. Here are the exact 5 steps. First, log into mymainconnection.gov. Second, go to your dashboard and click that Active Renewal button. Third, update your household and income info in the questionnaire. Fourth, upload clear photos or scanned files of the documents we just talked about right into the Document Center. And fifth, you're going to electronically sign the application under penalty of perjury. Boom, that transmits your packet straight to the state database. Now, I want to warn you about a slightly quirky portal mechanic so you don't panic. When your household enters its recertification window, the system generates that renewal button on your dashboard. But when it does that, the standard Report a Change button actually gets locked and disabled. The system does this on purpose so that all your updates are funneled into one comprehensive renewal form to prevent messy data conflicts. So if you can't find your usual change button, don't stress, it's totally normal. Once you hit submit, most folks are required to do a 10 to 30-minute phone interview with an eligibility specialist. But I've got a massive time-saving tip for you here. You do not have to wait for the state to mail you a letter or call you for this interview. You can proactively call them yourself on your own schedule at 1-855-797-4357 between 7 a.m. and 4 p.m. Monday through Friday to expedite your approval. Also, if all the adults in your home are 60 or older or disabled and you have no earned income, you might be totally exempt from this interview step.
All right, Section 4, Troubleshooting in Common FAQs.
Even with the absolute best preparation, life happens, right? So let's handle some common anxieties. First up, what happens if you miss the renewal deadline? It's literally the terrifying question every SNAP recipient dreads. You got the letter, life got crazy, and the deadline just passed. Your benefits are officially terminated. So what happens next? So the crucial point here is that missing the deadline isn't necessarily the end of the line, as long as you act fast. A 30-day grace period kicks off the day after your case closes. If you submit your missing renewal materials within this 30-day window, your case can actually be reinstated without forcing you to submit a brand new application. But fair warning here, your reinstated benefits are going to be prorated from the day you complete the requirements, meaning they will not backdate to the first of the month. Here's another really frequent question about a recent policy change. What if you travel outside of Maine to visit family or there's an emergency? Can you still buy groceries with your Pine Tree EBT card? This is one that catches traveling families entirely off guard. The answer is that it's highly restricted. To prevent digital theft and verify residency, Maine enforces geographic restrictions. Your card will automatically work in New Hampshire and Vermont, but for literally any other state, you have to proactively call the DHHS call center to register a temporary geographic waiver. If you don't do this, your out-of-state transactions are going to be immediately declined and flagged for security. Definitely keep that in mind. And finally, Section 5, Help Resources and Conclusion. The online portal is super efficient, but if you hit a wall, please know you are not alone. Maine has an incredible network of community safety nets. For technical help with the portal, the OFI call center at 1-855-797-4357 is your best bet. You can also dial 211 Maine, which is a totally free, confidential helpline that points you to local aid. Plus, awesome local organizations like the Mid-Coast Hunger Prevention Program and the Southern Maine Agency on Aging offer drop-in support. They will gladly sit down with you and help you navigate the whole system to get your files submitted. Before we wrap this up, I do need to quickly share this required note. The information provided in this explainer is for educational purposes only. Please consult official Maine DHHS resources or professionals for specific advice related to your personal circumstances. We just want to make sure you get the exact right guidance for your unique situation, because maintaining these benefits is so absolutely vital for your well-being. And that brings us to the end of our deep dive. You now know exactly how to gather your documents, navigate the My Maine Connection portal, expedite your phone interview, and protect your account. So I'm going to leave you with this final thought. Now that you have the exact roadmap, when will you sit down, grab those pay stubs, and take just 20 minutes to secure your family's food budget for the next year? You've absolutely got this. Thanks for hanging out and learning with me today, and I'll catch you in the next explainer.